This is the Nikon Z30 mirrorless camera, and it has a lot going for it. I bought it a couple days ago to do some vlogging and content creation work with it, but unfortunately, I don't think it's for me, and I think I'm going to have to return it to Best Buy. It has a lot going for it because it's got a USB-C port, it has a micro HDMI port with clean HDMI out. It's got a microphone input. The lenses are interchangeable. It's got a swivel screen, so you can actually swivel this out and see yourself as you record, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, it has a couple of issues that are leading me to return this to Best Buy. And the biggest one is the fact that it overheats pretty quickly. Now, I did know before I purchased this that there is a 4K 30 FPS limit record time of 30-ish minutes. So after about 30 minutes, the camera will stop recording. And I thought, okay, well, I can get around that by just streaming from this directly into OBS through my Elgato capture card, right? So just don't actually record, but output the video from the HDMI into OBS directly and then record with that. So I thought. Unfortunately, I was ignorant. I was wrong. It does count, and every time I'm connected, even if I'm not actually recording with OBS, after about 30 minutes, the camera does overheat and it will shut off, which is a problem for me anyway. Now, some people can probably make that work, and to be clear, if you're using 1080p, 30 FPS, you don't have that limit. It's not quite that short. So I think you can go for up to about 120 minutes or about 2 hours on one go before it has to cool down and wait a few minutes before you can use it again, which is honestly not bad. 2 hours at a time is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, for me, I'm the kind of person who likes to just sit here and talk, and I don't want to have to think about, well, how long has my camera been connected? How long has it been on? Do I need to pause? Do I need to wait? Let it cool off? Do I have enough time left before it shuts off on me? I don't really want to think about that. And as I've been recording videos, I have found that there have been times where I've been, even mid-sentence, able to start blinking, and then it's off. Like, cool, awesome, neat. That's not really going to work for me. And I'm the kind of person that I don't want to have those interruptions as I'm working. For some people, probably is not a big deal. It just let it shut off and just go drink of water, go get some coffee, whatever. I get hyper focused and I want to just get it done. I want to get this thing done and not have to think about, okay, well, where was I and what was I saying and get into kind of the same position, same tone of voice and everything, because otherwise there's a very obvious break in the video, which I don't want to do that. But secondly, there's another issue that I discovered shortly after I unboxed this thing, and that is the fact that on the screen, you'll see there were these white dots that were being recorded to what I was actually recording. Now, I thought initially that these were just on the LCD, on the flip-out panel. And I thought, okay, well, it's not ideal, but for the price point, again, this is a sub $1,000 camera. This isn't like some professional red quality or red camera. It's not like an A7 IV or something like that, or an A7C. It's not something like that. This is a very consumer grade camera that can do 4K 30 FPS. So I thought, okay, great. And I thought, well, if it's just on that little screen, then I can live with that as long as it's not actually being recorded to what I'm trying to record and then making it into my videos. Unfortunately, I found that it actually was making it into my videos here, and I did this several times. Now, I did resolve this, quote unquote, with one setting within the menu, and I don't remember what it was called. It's like pixel scanning or pixel mapping, I think it was. And what that does is it makes the camera take stock of the pixels that it has in the sensor and just kind of figure out, okay, what's good, and then work around issues like that. But in my opinion, fresh out of the box, and maybe someone out there who is a more seasoned, more professional videographer can tell me if that's normal or not. But personally, I wasn't comfortable with that. And I thought, I really would prefer for my new camera to not have issues like that. Again, maybe it's normal. Maybe you can tell me I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, then great. I mean, please tell me I'm wrong, because I need to know those things. But I'm wrong often. But I didn't feel comfortable with that. So this thing is going back to Best Buy today, and it served me well for a little bit of time, but unfortunately, it's just not going to work for me. Now, if you do 4K and you don't plan to go longer than 30 minutes at a time, or maybe you don't care about connecting it to a computer, you don't care about streaming with it or anything like that, then that record limit is probably no issue to you. And a lot of cameras do have that kind of limit. I mean, you can go buy a $2,000 camera and it may have that 30-minute limit shooting at 4K. So not a problem for a lot of people, and a lot of people work with that and work around that. For me, it's not ideal, and I know that there are cameras out there that don't have that limit or don't have such a short limit. Maybe they can go a little bit longer, like 40 minutes or an hour or so on. Some will get really warm but not actually shut off, which would be great for me. But it is a really good camera. I did take some test photos with it, and the camera quality is actually really very, very good, and I've been very impressed. So if you're looking for a camera, you're gonna be shooting for 4K FPS or 1080p, then honestly, I would recommend checking out this model. For me personally, not really ideal, and I'm probably gonna pick up the Sony A7C later today, and I'll go with that because I think it's probably gonna be more aligned with what I in particular want to do, and I can't talk today apparently. And I think that is probably going to be a better option long term for me. However, Nikon is a really good brand. I've seen a lot of really good quality from them, and if you're looking at getting into 1080p content creation or short 4K FPS videos or 4K 30 FPS videos, then I would recommend the Nikon Z30. It's a good camera. It feels good. It's got good build quality. I love the fact that the lenses are interchangeable. The menu is not difficult to navigate, and honestly, I've been very impressed with that fact. But so I'm gonna pick up an A7C, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll keep you guys posted. But hopefully, this video was helpful to you, and you can get a feel for what the Nikon Z30 can do and whether or not it's for you. And then I will obviously let you guys know my thoughts on the A7C as well, and hopefully that will be a good replacement for this. I know it's a bit more expensive, but sometimes you got to get the tools for the job, right? So I'll see you guys in the next video, and let me know your thoughts, and you take care.